Frank, what about you? Now we've seen you here you've been here every day.
Yes, I have.
Which we can't say that for the rest of the members of the
No,
band.
you can't. Well, you can for Frank. Yes, Frank, the drummer.
Frank the drummer has been here
Frank,
every
I
day.
noticed that they were playing with you not present a moment or two ago.
Yes,
Frank,
well, I didn't want them to know that they could do that. You
Yeah,
know.
we could have saved ourselves some dough along the way had we known that. Tell me about your background, Frank. Where'd you begin? How'd you get started?
Well, I started out trying to play classical music, and I became interested in Earl Garner. I grew up in Harlem, and I went to Music and Art High School. Anybody cares? And I grew up, of course, a foster child, and wanting to. After I heard Earl Garner, I wanted to switch to popular music because he did it for me. So that sort of started me on the road to popular music, and from then on, things have been pretty much uphill, I guess. I've been with many singers, you know, as musical director, Johnny Mathis, Chubby Checker, Frida Payne, John Denver, Petula Clark for the longest association. And I've done Broadway things, you know, Black Broadway I did, and oh, I can't even remember them all now.
I know,
you know.
you and Ed worked Vegas for a while. You had kind of act there together. Tell me about the Apollo Theater.
Oh yes, I'm glad you asked.
This is a legendary thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I was fortunate enough to be around when they had the amateur night in Harlem, and as a matter of fact, I went on as an amateur, and I won 2 weeks in a row, first prize, which was at that time $15, which was not bad.
And the competition is just very,
Yes,
very
it
stiff
is.
there, isn't it?
The third week I played something from Showboat that nobody recognized, and I got third prize. Then I used to hang around the theater because I wanted to get the job as the musical accompanist. And so I persisted, and I guess they felt sorry for me, so they gave me the job. And then Johnny Mathis had heard of me there, and then that's how I started working for all these singers.
Who else worked at the Apollo or came out of the
Oh,
Apollo?
a lot of people. I think Sarah Vaughan did. I know Millie Jackson, people like that. Barbara McNair, with whom I was associated at one point, and many singers that I can't even remember now.
Is it still operating?
I don't think so, no. I think that it's defunct. I think they have had several musicals in the past, you know, like Miss Truth, Lewis Johnson, spectacular. But I think at the moment it's not there. Nothing's happening with it.
I tell you what, we got just a second. Why don't we turn the camera around here and we'll say hello to the guys. Introduce the folks again,
Yes,
Frank.
we have Frank Derrick on drums. Frank also does Ain't Misbehaving. Frank Derrick. We have thank you, Bob Rose on guitar and Jay Lenhart on bass.
We have a real treat for you this morning. The music of Frank Owens. And the Symphony Orchestra. Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Here's Frank Owens and the Symphony Orchestra. Bobby Rose and Frank Garrett. Thank you, gentlemen. I want to thank everybody who was with us this morning. The studio audience, you folks were wonderful. Steve Martin, of course, is special tonight at 10 on NBC. Ruth Carter Stapleton, and our very own Rich Hall, and of course...